Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and I'm going to do a video now because I'm stopping the thing, right? I've done 2 videos on this, right? I made 2, and you know how you're doing something and you get to, and you realise you've done it wrong. And twice now I've done that, okay? So I'm still in my nightie. I've got my woolly cardigan on that I like for me dressing gown thingy, sort of. And you're just going to have to accept me like I am. I hope that's okay. I have been trying to do this for so long, like, you know, not today for so long, but in general, you know, and I've just as well got a nice sturdy piece of material here that I was working with, which is a piece of corduroy, and it's 10.5 by 7 inches or 8 inches because I need it to be a journal cover, and I will make the pages to fit this when I've done it, okay? So get your little tiny scraps. I made scraps because I wanted to use these pieces of fabric, and you need a fair few bits, and I just have been buying those pieces, so I want to use them, okay? So the first piece I'm going to start with is this bit. Now I've went round and I basted them down with stitches of cotton, but then see I pulled that out because I was doing it, and so they look like that when you just do that. So we'll do one anyway, get more done, because I'm going to be here forever at this rate. Now I guess I'll use this, but it'll be right to do. Where's the other cotton I had to do it with? What was I using before? Must have been this one. I thought it was a different colour, but anyway, I thought it was a light. So you just want to get yourself some little bits of fabric, and I've cut out some bits, and some bits I haven't cut out. Here's a green bit, okay, but he's the same as that bit, so I don't know. I guess it's okay. I just want to show you anyway. So all you're going to do is just stitch around it, just stitch it down, okay? Easy. Which I should have done in a different colour, but it's okay. I can see it. You know, it's not completely hidden. I can see it, okay? So we'll do this for as long as I can today, and then I'm going to come back and finish doing more of it because there's a lot to be done. It's not, you know, it won't be quick, but there'll be some stitching, like people like slow stitching. So I do too. I love to do the sewing, so I'm really quite happy to do it. But when you're getting somewhere with something, and then you've realised, oh dear, can't go to the next bit because that's not right, Sonia. Anyway, we're going to get on with it. Okay, so we're going to do it again. This will be number 3. Take number 3, and I hope it works. The last one was that bad, I swear. I'm sorry to swear. I was going to write, this has got to be the worst video I've ever made because I had made so many mistakes when I was doing it, and the cotton kept on knotting up, and it was just terrible. Same day, just about 10 minutes ago I was doing it. So I hope that doesn't happen now. So what you need to do, hopefully, is cut your fabric big enough, or have it big enough that you can turn it over like this with plenty of room, because if you've got to do a tiny little turnover, it's very annoying trying to get it to turn over. You know what I mean? You don't want a tiny little bit of fabric there fighting with it to work. I haven't been doing that this morning, but I'm just letting you know that it's, you know, it doesn't matter if you make them really small as long as you've got plenty of turnover bits there, okay? So that's all you do. You stitch around. It doesn't matter even if it's not square, oblong, anything. It's just done. It's just done, and that's it, okay? So then you get your piece of this one. I'll go for in the middle. I've taken out most of the basting stitches except for that one which was a knot there, because I've put this one on twice already today, so here we go again. Here we go again. This will be number 3. And I should have probably ironed that, but that'll be okay. It shouldn't come out. So what I need to do, though, first up is just make sure that I have space here. I might cut that selvage off there. Or will I use... No, I'm going to cut it off because how am I going to do... No, I'll use that for a seam. So I'm only going to go out to the edge. I'm only going to go, like, not all the way to the edge, okay? I'm going to bring them in a little way from the edge so I can use that for the side seams and the front seam to put that bit on, I think. I've got to remember to do that, okay? So this piece here, I might put the little pink piece on first because it can come back away from there by that far, and then you've got this bit here for you. You've got that bit there for that, righto? So let me see. I need a pin. I want a pin. I'll pin that on. Now, see, we're leaving that for the seam, okay? But then we also need to leave that as well. Right, so now we just got a piece of sewing thread. There is going to be a little, well, good bit of embroidery on this, so don't get disheartened because we're still going to be doing embroidery on it, okay? So you can come up from the back, closer to the edge, Sonia, closer to the edge as you can get, right? Now we've got to remind ourselves to keep back away from that bit. Right, I need to stay that far in from all. Now I'm going to do a little stitch here so that you can't hardly see what we're doing. You know, we don't want to. Doesn't matter about the back. I don't know what's happened there. A bit of fluff happening. You will be able to see a little bit of the stitching, but you can't really do anything that you can sort of, they call it invisible. There's invisible hemming or something out there. Okay, so we're just going to do this with these tiny little wee stitches, if you can. Look, so we go down through the back, and then through the back you can see that they are longer. You can't really, but just go over the edge there and come really, really close. Make sure that you don't pull your thread away though, because that's, you know, that's likely to happen. So you be careful. Just be nice and careful, righto, and stitch that on like that. And that looks good. My hubby's out there. He's putting on our nighttime food because he's putting it in the slow cooker. He usually puts it up in the bathroom we got a fairly big bathroom and we have the clothes dryer in there, so he puts it up there on the clothes dryer. I'll make that out. Well, in the summertime was the idea, so he still keeps doing that anyway. He's got a glass cutting board underneath it, but it doesn't even get hot, so go in the bathroom and the clothes dryer's drying the clothes and the slow cooker's cooking the food. Oh dear, never mind. That's all got to be done. Some places have their washing machines and that in their kitchens. Well, in Australia, most of us, we have laundries, a laundry room for that. But our what's name wouldn't fit in there. The washing machine's in there, there's a tub in there, there's a place for the cat to go, and the laundry's pretty full. But their bathroom's really big, so that's a good thing. Now we're trying to get this in nice little stitches. And I have to do a few of these just to show you how to get started, okay? But then you can just, if you can wait until I can get more up here tomorrow, you'll be able to see what to do. If you want to follow me, which would be nice. If you just want to come along and do this too. I know probably you girls are sticking to the same one thing, and I'm all over the place like a bee, but I'm showing you what to do, see? That's the idea. If I stuck on the same thing, or you know, I've got to change, show you lots of different ideas because everybody's got a different thing that they like to make. I'll go down through the top of that just to make sure I've got that piece of that thing. I might do this and make a sewing or a fabric journal out of this. When I say fabric, maybe a textile journal or something like that. To do with textiles, maybe. Oh, never thought of that. It just come into my head. Okay. It just popped into my head, that idea. I should have cut that little corner off, but I didn't, so that was another thing. You've got to think about all these things before you get going too fast on you. Can't believe I had about 5 of them patches on there here, and I realised what I'd done wrong, but it's okay. I'm going to be able to do it this time. Nobody panic. Nobody panic, please. It's okay. Right, now that's on there, that one. Right, now I'm going to go around, I'm going to pull out these other stitches, which it probably would have been a good idea if I did them in red or black or something, but I didn't, so it doesn't matter, but I can still see what I've done, okay? Put that there. And end that off first too, shouldn't I? Probably. Cut it off. Now, I don't know if I told you, but never mind, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you another time, because I can't remember, and then I keep repeating myself. All right, so I've got that one. That one's on. One patch. Is that where the pin was? Oh, dear. That's the thing you got to look for, too. Make sure your pin doesn't make a hole, but then if it does, you can scratch it out like I just did. Now, you want to put this one here. You don't want it against it, you need a pathway. Okay, we need pathways. We do. So I'm going to put that one down next, and I'm going to pin it, which is not... I know it's going to make a mark, but I have to pin it on. I really do. Not too closely. And it moves so much when I was doing this before. Oh, I kept getting them to the wrong place. I hang on to it. Don't want it to move. Try and keep your little pathways the same size. Hope there's a knot in this because I can't let go of this now. Tuck that under there. Come on, you get under there. Those ones there, them corners, I could have cut off, but I did that before and then lost a bit of my corner by doing that. I thought it had a knot in it. I don't know if I'm meant to show you this video. If you've seen the trouble I've had with this today, you just got no idea. Oh dear, got a knot in both ends now. Sorry people. Oh my goodness me. You gotta laugh. You can't. Oh dear. Oh goodness. How did it go all the way through there if I've got a knot in both ends? Oh dear. Well look, that might have given me an excuse to cut this off. The cat thinks I'm laughing at something and he's not involved there. Anyway, he bit me last night. He bit me and I'm not happy with him. Got a nice big piece of flesh off my arm. Didn't draw blood or anything, didn't make holes, but it hurt. He was in bed next to me, and he doesn't usually stay there very long of a night time. He just comes up and there's a bit of a cut and off he goes. Anyway, last night he was there for a fair while and I had to get up and go to the bathroom, so I did that. And then when I come back, laid down, he bit me. Like, you know, I left him or something. He was not happy. But I didn't leave him. I went back and then he was put out of the room. Don't worry about that. Little rotter. They're weird cats, aren't they? Oh, I think he thinks he's in charge of me. Make me do what he wants me to. I can't go to the toilet without him. He follows me everywhere I go. My chair that I sit on makes a terrible noise when I'm using it because it's a lifted up one, you know, and it makes this dreadful noise. I always had done ever since I bought it. It wasn't me, because the man that put it there, ever since I got it, and the man that I put it there for me, it even did it with him, so it's nothing to do with me, what I did wrong, and it just has got worse and worse. And as soon as that cat hears that chair, he's fair after me, and he can tell if I'm coming down the hallway which room I'm stopping at. If I'm stopping outside this room here, he'll come flying out of the bedroom flat out and beat me to the door because he knows where I'm going. It just gets scary, you know. You can read my mind. Or he can tell where I'm going to because he's been listening to me for so long, I suppose, walking about so he can hear how many steps I take. Is he counting? Is he counting? But anyway, wouldn't give him up for the world. He's our baby puss, but oh dear, he can be a little shit sometimes. Oh, sorry, I sweared. Oh, well, he can be. He'll want to come into the lounge room, Jeremy let him in. A couple of seconds later, he'll want to go back out again, or a couple of minutes. He'll want to cry at the door for Jeremy let him out again. Then he'll want to come back again, which doesn't help the people opening and shutting the door, which is poor Jeremy. And he gets a bit angry with him and tells him not to come back until 5 o'clock or something afternoon. Sometimes he does go and get on our bed and sleep, and other times he just keeps on pushing it. He wants us to open the bathroom window, then he wants you to open the laundry door and the front door and all this, and we can't do that. It's too cold. So we've got a cat telling us what to do all day. He has 3 or 4 biscuits put in his plate at a time, okay, because he wants to have more than one time. You know, he likes to come in and have a biscuit, and he only has 1 or 2 and off he goes, and he always did that even when Jeremy used to give him more. And I said to Jeremy, don't do that then, because he's only eaten a couple. And that's what he does, so he's happy to do it. He comes in and has a couple of little biscuits and off he goes. Won't eat anything else, except when I'm cooking curry, he'll come out there because he knows I'm in the kitchen near the stove and he knows that I'm going to have some cream. So he wants to get the top off the cream bottle, which I take off, and I let him lick that because I don't put it back on, of course. I use the cream, but that's the other thing. Anything, he likes a couple of licks off the top of the cream bottle, and that's all. It's really weird how he knows to come out there and just sit there and have that bit of cream. He only has a couple of little licks of it. He doesn't have very much. It's only, he must just like just a little bit of the taste or something. I don't know. Won't have anything else. Don't like anything else. He just wants them biscuits. We've tried him with other cat stuff and he won't eat it. So we can't be too, doesn't matter. That's good. You could sit there and eat your dinner in front of him, and you know, if you wanted to put him near the table, but you don't, and he wouldn't touch it. He would not touch it because we've tried to feed him other stuff. And he swear we were giving him something really nasty because he don't want it. So. But anyway, that's not a bad thing. A cat we had before did eat anything. It was scary, poor little thing. See, I raised this one from when it was 3 weeks old. I have had him since, and he started out on baby milk, and then he started on his biscuits, and he's been, you know, that's what he wanted, baby cat milk, actually, because you can buy baby cat milk. I used to have to give it to him in a bottle. Oh dear, he was cute. He used to make a mess. He'd do all over his little, he'd just have a little white beard, and he'd be chomping on. I actually gave him a doll. I had a doll's bottle, for a doll, and I put the milk in that and gave it to him. It was really, really, really good, it was. I mean, I know you can buy ones for cats, but when I got him, I think it was on the weekend or something, and there was nowhere to get these cats feeding bottles, so I had to use a doll bottle, and it worked perfectly fine for him. He loved it. Even one of these glue bottles would have done, wouldn't they? But I don't know if I had them. Without the glue, you know, the little tiny ones we get. Okay, so I've done that, right? I'm going to talk to. So I've got 2 of them on. 2 of them on. This one can go. Get over there, you. There. Now, I don't know. I don't want to. I might put a tiny one in here. That'll be fun, putting a tiny one in. But this is what you do all over your piece. So you put down your pieces until you cover it completely, putting them at a distance, you know, so they just leave an alleyway in between all of them, all right? So I know this is not a very long video, but it's showing you what we're going to do, right? Now that's too big. So maybe I can put that one in there, that way. Because I've got to think about the fact that I want to go, I've got to have a seam, you know, so. Right, Okay, so we need many colours, many more pieces. So what you do is you go and get all your little pieces and put them together, and then you've got to work out how you can put them together so that you've got it like that. What do you reckon? Not too bad. You get the full idea after. All these pieces are going to have embroidery in them. There's going to be embroidery around the road, okay? Just a straight stitch, but embroidery around the road. And I've made this one, but you can see through it. So I'm going to do another one because I want the stripes, the pink stripes, and I'm going to fold it over like that and sew it down, and then I'm going to use it because I even can do that with that now anyway, couldn't I? I could even use that one like it is by just folding it over and putting it on somewhere, righto? So that's what I'm going to do. This one I'm thinking might be a tiny bit big. That one could have been too. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But I'm going to have to go now. I'm sorry about this being so short, but I will get back on here tomorrow, I hope, and show you a bit more of what to do, okay? But you need to put your little squares on first. It's all got to start somewhere, and so make your little pieces and put them down just using bits of whatever side. There's another one I've got, okay. Whatever you want, to put on it. I might even make this into a square because I've got it cut out for a shuffle puff, but I might just do it into could be a triangle, you don't. But see, to make it fit too, what you can do is once you get some on, like this, then you can go along and you can work out, now that's got to go there, and I've got to put that bit up there so I can keep that away from there. And you can actually, especially if you want to put a piece in here, you can fit that in afterwards, because you got to work out what size your piece is going to be to go in that little hole, because I need to fill that bit up without going over the side. Or I could just not. We'll see. You could iron it. Be a good idea to iron it, but you're going to stitch it down anyway and then put it in there so it'll work. So if you want to get yourselves going on some of that, if somebody wants to have a try with it, it'd be nice. Just let me know. Oh, well, let me know what you're doing if you're going to have a go at it, because it'll look good. You do a bag out of it, you can do whatever you like. I've got another idea, but I'm going to tell you later about what to do with it. Okay, so let's go now. Sorry. Thumb up or whatever they are, I'd like it'd be really nice, thank you. Leave me a message, I read them, I promise I do. I'll probably see if I can put up a heart for everyone. I'm always doing something and then I've got to do something else, and I get sidetracked, and when there's some things things I have to do on the internet and things anyway, family stuff, there's lots of work and things going on all the time, but that's good, I need that, I really do. And thank you very much for all your well wishes. I am trying really hard to get better. I'm back here. That's a good start. I'm back on. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a go at this because it's really good fun. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.